2 queens, 2 races, 1 distance. This video compares Shericka Jackson's controlled dominance at the Jamaican Championships with Elaine Thompson-Herah's explosive victory on the global stage. Discover how strategy, speed, and experience define greatness.
Thomas representing Puma.
Yeah, in Elaine Thomas of University of Texas now representing Puma, NCAA 4x1 gold medalist last year.
In Elaine, number 6, the national champion, world champion over this distance, 21:41. She is the fastest Jamaican ever at this event. Second fastest of all time, Shericka Jackson.
21:41, double world champion at the 200 meters. She even has Olympic medals at 100 meters, fastest in this field.
In lane number 5, representing University of Texas, El Paso, Nisha Berger.
Former Excelsorian, a knockout under 23 4x1 silver medalist. She is quick.
Clarendon College, used to run a lot of 400 meters, now focusing on the 200.
In lane number 3, also representing University of Texas, Kevona Davis.
2 times NCAA 4x1 gold medalist, a world under 18 100 meters bronze medalist, 22.26 at her best. She has gone 22.84 this season.
In lane number 2, representing Sprint Tech, Jodine Williams.
Representing well for Sprint Tech, 11:01 in the 100. She's going to have to try to get below 22.5 in this 200 meters to be in the top 3.
And in lane number 1, representing MVP Track Club, Natasha Morrison.
Natasha Morrison has had more success at 100 meters. She's an Olympic 4x1 gold medalist, 22.74 at her best. She has gone 22.53 this season, comes in with 22.86.
Fastest Jamaican this year, 22:31 by Brianna Liston. Elaine Thomas in this race is the second fastest Jamaican this year. She has run 22:36. And finally, Nisha Berger, also in this race, 22:44, the third fastest Jamaican this year. So Liston not there, Shericka order we expect.
And the world lead 21:78, Gabby Thomas of the USA in the semi-finals of the US trials.
Women's 200-meter final. The set position. Away they go. The fastest woman alive over 200 meters and the national record holder, Shericka Jackson, was away well. The world champion will look to spring off the top bend. Thomas and the company look to come forward. Kevona Davis is trying to mount a challenge as well. So too Dejanay Oakley. Shericka Jackson will look to step forward. She's under a bit of pressure, but the reigning world champion retains the local sprint double, and she becomes a 4-time national champion over 200 meters. She gets the job done. Unofficially, it's 22.27 seconds. Rounded up now to 22.29. That makes her the fastest Jamaican over the distance this year. And it's Shericka Jackson, the reigning world champion, reigning supreme. Thomas took second, 22.34. Very, very close finish it was.
Running on the instructions, it's very clear what her coach said to her. The only thing you're to do is win. Run as conservatively as you can to win. If you look at her with 100 meters to go, equal with Berger as well as Elaine Thomas, she did not go into overdrive at this point. She's simply stepping. The instructions, run to win. Do nothing more than win the race, and that's what Shericka Jackson does. 1, 2, 3, Shericka wins. Elaine Thomas, she has her Jamaican passport now.
Fourth at the World Junior Championships over 400 meters 4 years ago. Under 23 seconds this year. There'll be a huge roar for the athlete in 7. Elaine Thompson-Herah, second fastest woman of all time over 100, the third fastest of all time over 200. Favour Ofili of Nigeria, their national record holder, the 19-year-old, will start in lane number 6. Natalia White of Jamaica will start in 5, 8th in the 100-meter final here, 4th at the Jamaican National Championships this year over this distance. Favour Mboma from Namibia, the 19-year-old national record holder, has had her injury problems this year, but she's back, she's in this final and starts in 4. Beth Dobbin of Scotland. The line-up in lane number 3, a semi-finalist in the Olympics last year, the Scottish record holder, 22.5 at her best. And completing the line-up from the Gambia, Gina Bass. just outside 23 seconds in qualifying. She starts in lane number 2. So the final track action on this Saturday night. Bass, Dobbin, Mboma, White. Ofili, Thompson-Herah, there she is, Connolly and McDonald. She won the 100 metres in 10.95 seconds. That was her first individual Commonwealth Games medal. The athlete that's done the double-double, the 100 and 200 metres at 2 Olympics in a row, is aiming to win the 200-metre title here. Still shouts from fans around the crowd. But a clean start. Thompson-Herah has got out nicely in lane number 7. She's took the stagger from Connolly outside of her. She's eating it up, the Jamaican. Thompson-Herah into the home straight. Ofili, the Nigerian, in second in the lane inside of her. Mboma's going to get the bronze. Keep your eye on the clock. 22.02 seconds. I thought it was under threat, and she's taken the game's record off Sinead Miller-Weibo. A plus 0.6 metre wind. It was brilliant from Elaine Thompson-Herah, and now she's the double Commonwealth champion. She got exactly what she wanted here in Birmingham. Ofili picks up the silver, and Mboma the bronze. Both games' records have gone in the 200 metres, Steph, evening on the track.
Well, something about running at night here, it's just been magical. And do you know what? It wasn't that dramatic in the end. It pretty much went to script. Elaine made her presence known on the bend, and the race really was, in the end, for the silver and the bronze. And I'm just so pleased for her. You know, perhaps she didn't have the championship. Perhaps she didn't have the championships that she wanted in Eugene, but she has come back. And she has finished her season on her terms. You can see her third from the left in the screen. And you can, just in those first 20 meters, her stall was set out. The moment she was gone around that bend, no one was going to catch her. But the interesting battle was happening at the back as Christine Mboma we didn't really know what she was going to do. As you say, she was coming back from injury. Her very first 200, really, that we'd seen her in was in the heats. But Favour Ofili managed to hold her off for that silver medal.
It was a huge win in the end. Such is the class of Elaine Thompson-Herah. And it means a lot for an athlete that has everything. Her house just sparkles of pure gold back in Jamaica. And as we said at the start of tonight's broadcast, Jamaican Independence Day today, and they've had a storming session here again in Birmingham. It was never in doubt, as you say, Steph. She went round the bend. She held her form wonderfully well. At her best, 21.53, but 22.02 tonight, and the gold medal.
And I love that she's been...
The women's 200 metres has always been a discipline where raw speed meets controlled execution. And when comparing Shericka Jackson's performance at the 2024 Jamaican National Championships with Elaine Thompson-Herah's victory at the Commonwealth Games, we see two different expressions of dominance shaped by context, strategy, and experience. At the Jamaican Championships, Shericka Jackson entered the final as the undisputed focal point. As the reigning world champion and national record holder with an astonishing 21.41, expectations were not just high, they were definitive. The question was never whether she would win, but how she would manage the race. What followed was a performance defined not by maximum output, but by intelligent restraint. Jackson's approach reflected a deep understanding of championship racing. Rather than chasing a fast time, she prioritized efficiency. Her curve running was smooth and calculated, maintaining strong posture while avoiding unnecessary strain. As she transitioned into the home straight, it became clear that she was in complete control. There was no visible tension, no desperate push for the line, just a measured acceleration that kept her comfortably ahead of Lane Tava-Thomas and Nisha Berger. What made this performance particularly impressive was what she chose not to do. Jackson resisted the instinct to fully open up, instead conserving energy for future rounds and competitions. This level of discipline is often what separates great sprinters from dominant ones. She didn't need to prove her speed, her presence alone dictated the race. In contrast, Elaine Thompson-Herah's performance at the Commonwealth Games carried a different kind of narrative. While Jackson operated from a position of control, Thompson-Herah entered her race with something to reaffirm. Following a season that included challenges and inconsistency, this final in Birmingham became an opportunity to reassert her status among the sprinting elite. From the moment the gun fired, Thompson-Herah imposed herself on the race. Running out of lane 7, she attacked the curve aggressively, quickly making up the stagger on athletes outside her. This phase of the race is where her experience and technical mastery were most evident. Her stride pattern remained fluid, and her ability to maintain speed through the bend gave her a decisive advantage before entering the straight. Unlike Jackson's controlled finish, Thompson-Herah's race was built on momentum. Once she exited the curve, the outcome was effectively decided. The real battle shifted behind her, where athletes like Favour Ofili and Mboma fought for silver and bronze. Thompson-Herah, meanwhile, maintained her form and powered through the line in 22.2 seconds, setting a new games record and delivering a statement performance. The contrast between these two races lies in intention. Jackson's run was about management, executing just enough to secure victory while preserving long-term performance. Thompson-Herah's race, on the other hand, was about assertion, reclaiming dominance and reminding the world of her capabilities on a major stage. Technically, both athletes demonstrated elite qualities, but in different ways. Jackson's strength lies in her relaxation at high speed. Her ability to stay composed under minimal pressure allows her to control races without appearing to exert maximum effort. Thompson-Herah, by comparison, thrives on explosive phases, particularly her acceleration and curve running, which often break races open early. Another key difference is the competitive environment. At the Jamaican Championships, Jackson faced strong national competition, but none capable of truly threatening her on that day. This allowed her to dictate the tempo entirely. In Birmingham, however, Thompson-Herah competed in an international field where the stakes were higher and the margins potentially tighter. Even so, her execution ensured that the race never became uncertain. What connects both performances is their demonstration of championship intelligence. Neither athlete relied solely on speed. Instead, they adapted their strategies to the demands of the moment. Jackson conserved, Thompson-Herah attacked. Both approaches led to decisive victories. Ultimately, these races highlight two stages of sprint dominance. Jackson represents a modern form of control, efficient, calculated, and sustainable. Thompson-Herah embodies proven greatness, explosive, commanding, and resilient under pressure. Together, they illustrate why the women's 200 meters remains one of the most compelling events in athletics, where every race is not just about who is fastest, but who understands the race best.